Unit 14. The importance of tree. Listening. Between presenter, Professor Beach, female caller, boy caller and male caller. PR, hello. If you listened to last week's Natural World, you would know that we had a lot of unanswered questions about trees. So this week, we have invited Professor Jeremy Beach to answer these and other questions about trees. Welcome to the program, Professor. Hello. PR, can we have our first question, please? FC, hello. I'd like to ask the professor about the tallest tree in the world. Where is it and how tall is it? The tallest tree in the world is a giant sequoia and it's in California. It's 83.8 meters tall. Scientists say it is between 2,300 and 2,700 years old. If you had lived at the time that these trees started growing, you would have seen people build some of Egypt's ancient temples. PR, that's incredible. Now, let's move on to our second caller. BC, hello. I know a tree's leaves help it to take in light from the sun. But I'd like to ask what the bark of a tree does. Well, the bark is like our skin, it protects the living part of the tree and the tubes which carry water from a tree's roots to its leaves. If the bark is badly damaged, the tree dies. Animals, such as goats, love eating bark, so it's especially important to keep animals away from young trees. PR, thank you. What's the next question? MC, hi. I'd like to ask, how is it possible to calculate the age of a tree by counting its rings? PR, good question. Perhaps you could start by explaining what the rings are that this caller is talking about. Well, most trees grow bigger every year. Just under the bark, there's a circle of soft cells which hardens every spring or summer. This forms a ring of new wood each year. This means we can calculate the age of the tree by counting the rings. PR, you will see the rings if you cut the tree down. But how do you do this without killing the tree? We can drill into the tree to make a deep, narrow hole. Then we extract a very thin piece of wood. This does no damage to the tree. PR, and are the rings the same width every year? No, they aren't. The width of the ring depends on the climate and the amount of rain. If there's a lot of rain during the year, the rings are quite wide. If it's a dry year, the rings are narrower. In this way, we can find out what the weather was like hundreds of
years ago when the tree was younger. PR, really? Well, I'm afraid that's all we have time for in today's program. Thanks for talking to us, Professor Beach. Reading. Why do we need trees? If you ask people why we need trees, most of them will answer, we need wood from trees for building houses, we get fruit and nuts from trees, we make paper out of wood from trees, we can use wood as a fuel for cooking and heating. Recently, people have added a more serious reason to this list. Trees help the earth to breathe, or they protect us from global warming. It has been said that more than 5,000 things in everyday use are made from trees. Here are a few of them: furniture, sports equipment, pencils, magazines and newspapers, cardboard boxes, musical instruments, and, believe it or not, some kinds of toothpaste. In addition to these uses, trees also give us valuable chemicals. Turpentine, which is used as a paint remover, is made from the sap of trees. Sap can also be used to make rubber. If wood is heated, chemicals are produced which can be used to make medicines and some kinds of plastic. Wood products can also be turned into paper, cardboard, and materials from which clothes can be made. You may be surprised to hear that wood products are also used in some types of ice cream and other foods. So, the next time you are reading a newspaper, eating an ice cream, playing the piano, or cleaning your teeth, just stop and think, how would you manage to do these things if there were no trees? Definitions. Bark. Bark. The material that forms the surface of the wood of a tree. Calculate. Calculator. Calculation. Find out something or measure something using numbers. Extract. Extraction. Remove something. Harden. Hardening. Hard. Hardly. Become hard. Ring. A line in the shape of a circle. Tube. A pipe or narrow tunnel, especially one that liquids or gases go through. Width. Wide. Widely. Forward/widen. The distance from one side of something to the other. Cardboard. Very thick paper, used especially for making boxes. Rubber, something made from chemicals or the juice of tropical trees that is used to make tires, boots, etc. Sap, the liquid that carries food through a plant. Turpentine, a strong-smelling liquid used for removing paint. Valuable, very important or worth a lot of money. Value. Valueless. Valuables. Invaluable. Their most valuable belongings were locked in a safe in the bedroom. He found valueless coins in his field. They are worthless. The Internet is an invaluable source of information. Giving instructions. First of all. Then. At this point. Finally.
Advantages. Age. Ancient. Bark. Bark. Boxes. Branch. Breath. Breathe. Butter. Calculate. Calculation. Calculator. Caller. Important. Incredible. Incredibly. Instructions. Instrument. Irrigate. Irrigation. Leaf/leaves. Materials. Natural. Nearly. Palm tree. Pan. Paper. Carbon dioxide. Cardboard. Cells. Chemicals. Climate. Clothes. Coconuts. Concrete. Cooking. Count. Damage. Dates. Decompose. Dig. Dug. Disadvantages. Pipe. Popular. Products. Q. Recyclable. Recycle. Recycled. Recycling. Remover. Ring. Root. Rubber. sandstorm, sap, seeds. Drill, energy, environment, equipment, everyday, extra, extract, extraction, fertilizer, fields, freeze, fuel, furniture, giant, giant, shape, shelter, soft, stick, temperature, temples, toothpaste, traffic, tropical, trousers, trunk, tube, turpentine, tires, unanswered, goats, hammer, harden, heat, heating, whole, importance, flat green parts, a strong smelling liquid, press the soil down, musical instruments, valuable chemicals, valuable, valueless, weather, wide, width, wood, wooden, wood products. Prepositions and expressions. Cut down, depend on, drill into, extract from, go through, natural world, press down, protect from, remove from, take in, everyday use, annual rings, make a hole, wooden stick, be opened out, in addition to, keep away from, serious reason, sports equipment, cardboard boxes, ancient temples, living part, count the rings, soft cells, global warming, make paper, paint remover, rubber gloves.